This video is designed to help you with your 10th checkoff, exercise 70 in the Red Book, titled Down in the Valley. So you'll see a few new things with this piece. First of all, I want you to note the time signature. We're in 3/4 time, which means we get 3 beats per measure. Quarter notes still get 1 beat, half notes still get 2 beats, but you'll notice in the second measure of the first line, a dotted half note. A dot added to any note adds half the value of that note. So with a dotted half note, a half note gets 2 beats, half of 2 is 1, so for a dotted half note, that's going to be 3 beats total. The other thing I want you to note is that you'll see a flat sign in between the treble clef and the 3/4 time signature. That new area is called a key signature. You've had a key signature all the way through your book, but all of your notes have been natural, so there's been nothing written. Now we have a key signature that has 1 flat in it. And that flat indicates, whenever you only have 1 flat, that the B's are flat, any B's in the piece. So if you look at the second line, second measure, you'll see a B there. It doesn't have a flat sign in front of it, but because of the key signature, it is played B flat. And just a reminder that the high B flat is the A key plus that back register key. So you'll play that on that dotted half note B. And then the last thing that's new to this exercise are dynamics. If you look in the upper right-hand corner of page 17, you'll see a little yellow box titled Dynamics. And it talks about the 2 dynamics that we see in this piece, forte, which means loud, and piano, which means soft. When you see the forte dynamic under the first measure of exercise 70, you know to play that loud and to continue playing all the notes after it loud until you get to the next dynamic marking, which is in the 4th measure. And that's where you see the lowercase p. And then that means you're going to play all of those notes soft until you get to the next dynamic marking. And then it goes on and again in the second line, forte for 3 measures, and then piano for 3 measures. So now that we've looked at this, we have some slur markings and some ties. And so we want to make sure we know exactly how long each of those are. The last 2 measures of the first line and the second line, the ties have the same duration. So you've got a dotted half note tied to a half note. Dotted half note gets 3, half note gets 2, so that's 5 total beats, plus a rest. You also have a breath mark in there so that you can get a nice good breath. I recommend you set your metronome to 80 when you do this one. That way you can get a nice solid beat. And don't forget to do the dynamics when you're practicing this one. I'm going to set my metronome right now, and I'm going to say the note names and finger through it once, and then I'll play it. C, F, G, A, F, A, G, F, G, 2, 3, 4, 5, rest. C, E, G, B flat, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, E, F, G, F, 2, 3, 4, 5, rest. Make sure that when you're actually playing it, that you're really counting through in your head each duration of beat so that you know that you're playing it for the correct amount. All right, now I'm going to play it for you, and I'm going to try to make sure that I do the dynamics. I know on a recording sometimes they don't come across as well, but hopefully these will. And just make sure you hold through all the durations of the notes, and you'll be good to go.